Two heavyweights in the travel rewards game, Capital One VentureOne versus Delta SkyMiles. Which one really delivers? On the left, Capital One VentureOne. No annual fee, travel rewards for everyone. On the right, Delta SkyMiles. Frequent flyer rewards centered around Delta Airlines. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. All right, before we jump in, let me give you a quick map of what we're comparing. We've got annual fee, earning miles, welcome offer, redemption flexibility, foreign transaction fees, travel protections, and elite status and airline perks. So, you'll see how each card stacks up in all these different areas. Sound good? Let's roll. First up, annual fee. Starting with VentureOne, it's honestly one of the best parts. The annual fee is absolute zero. Yep, you pay nothing to keep this card in your wallet year after year, which is such a win if you hate sneaky credit card fees. Moving on to Delta SkyMiles, you can kind of pick your poison. Some Delta credit cards come with no annual fee, but if you're eyeing the premium ones for better perks, the fees get, let's say, a little spicy. If you just stick to the SkyMiles account, that's free, but you miss out on those juicy credit card benefits. So when it comes to keeping costs down, VentureOne just glides past no contest. Next, let's talk earn-in miles, which, let's be real, is why we sign up for these in the first place. With VentureOne, you're scoring 1.25x miles on every dollar, literally everywhere. And here's something cool. It's 5x miles if you book hotels or rental cars with Capital One Travel. So, yeah, that's kind of awesome. But you do have to book through their portal for those max rates. Just saying. On the Delta side, you earn SkyMiles on Delta flights, plus SkyTeam partners. And if you've got a Delta Amex, there's some bonus miles too. The real kicker is medallion status, where you get extra miles if you climb those ranks. The downside? It's mostly about flights and partners. And if you're doing non-flight spending, you're only racking up big numbers if it's with the Delta Amex. So for pure, easy earning everywhere, VentureOne kinda wins this round. Welcome offer time. VentureOne is just so straightforward here. Spend $500 in the first 3 months, you get 20,000 miles. Boom. That's super achievable for most of us, right? Delta SkyMiles? So if you're grabbing a Delta credit card, you usually get some sort of welcome offer, but it really depends on which card. And even what's going on in 2025, because the deals change all the time. The actual SkyMiles program itself, though, doesn't hand out a sign-up bonus for just opening an account. So VentureOne feels like the obvious winner if you want immediate reward. Quick pause. Did you know Delta SkyMiles never expire, while Capital One VentureOne miles stay safe as long as your account's open? So, technically, your travel dreams don't have a shelf life, as long as you keep one of these. Pretty sweet, huh? When we look at redemption flexibility, VentureOne really shines. You can use miles for a ton of stuff. Airlines. Any airline, no loyalty lock-in. Hotels, car rentals, you name it. Plus, you can transfer miles to a bunch of airline and hotel partners. The only catch? Best value comes if you stick with travel. Cash outs are not so hot. With Delta SkyMiles, it's a bit narrower. You trade miles for Delta flights, SkyTeam partners, upgrades. You can pick that comfy seat, or even splurge on vacation packages. But it all stays in the Delta orbit. Nothing outside their network, really. Honestly, it's way more flexible on VentureOne if you want options. Foreign transaction fees. Gotta cover this for the international jet set crowd, right? VentureOne, no foreign transaction fees, period. Seriously. Take this card anywhere from Tokyo to Paris, you're golden. Delta Amex cards mostly skip the fees too, but some of the lower tier cards can have those sneaky charges. So you actually have to double check the fine print. So unless you're down at the basic level, both are pretty travel friendly. We'll call it a tie. Travel protections. A biggie if you're nervous about trips going sideways. VentureOne gives you some basics. Travel accident insurance and rental car insurance. But here's the thing. Usually only when you book through Capital One Travel. It's not as stacked as the big travel cards. Delta cards might give you more. Trip delay insurance, baggage insurance, purchase protection, depending on which Delta Amex you actually have. But yeah, perk levels differ, so you need to pick your card wisely. Overall, Delta takes this one, especially if you spring for a premium version. Elite status and airline perks, let's be honest, this is where Delta absolutely owns it. VentureOne doesn't come with any fancy airline status. so no free check bags, no getting called early to board, nothing like that. Delta SkyMiles, though, is built for people who actually fly a lot. You earn medallion status, get priority boarding, upgrades, and free checked bags if you've got the right Delta card. That's all awesome, but the best stuff needs some real commitment, like lots of Delta flights or a premium Delta Amex. Still, for airline nerds and frequent flyers, Delta is way ahead here. All right, so if I mapped out all those scores on a chart, you'd see VentureOne coming in super strong for flexibility, fees, and easy rewards, while Delta shines when it comes to elite perks and extra protections, especially if you lean into those premium credit cards. All right, so to wrap it up, if you want a simple, flexible, and literally fee-free way to earn points for any kind of travel, VentureOne is kind of a no-brainer, you know? But if you live and breathe Delta flights and want the full airline treatment, elite status, upgrades, big-time perks, and stacking up SkyMiles with a Delta Amex is your play. It really depends if you're looking for broad travel or locked-in airline rewards. If you got some value out of this comparison, stick around for more matchups and travel card tips. I'm always digging into the best ways to make your money and your miles go further. See you next time.